And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Got it. 6. Here we go. Hey, 7. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. The throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 29, Jones, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes Cohen. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second and 4. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Down. 8, read. Silver. Squeeze.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32.
Stephon Tuitt on the stop. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Jones pass thrown away
So with fourth down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
60 outlaw. Check it back, check it back. 6 guys, check it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Jones on 1st and 10. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 41, Jones. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Hey, check. 3 down. Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Strong right. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones towards the end zone for Brown. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 2. Will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Now Elliott. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Jones now on 1st down. And that's complete to Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off the play fake. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This pass finds its way to Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing Jones. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
On the ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On the return is Cohen. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Oakland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Now. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Mike, 6. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 24, check 24. You're out. Watch out.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion, man.
From the 17, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Haywood. Leo. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second and 9 now. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Smith.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
2nd and 11. Flush to his right. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Get it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Jones throwing again. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Gone. Ready.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Snap.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Jim, Jim.
Greystone travel.
Check 99.
Bravo. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together.